In recognition of the 100th anniversary of the end of World War I, the Dutchess County Historical Society respectfully declares 2018 the Year of the Veteran in Dutchess County. While recognizing all veterans of all wars, we are putting a special focus on the brief moment at the end of the so-called Great War, when many felt they had seen the closure of a war so large, so horrific it was the war to end all war. We are featuring a great many of the 300 photographs we have from the Fred Close collection. In capturing county parades of farewell and welcome home across the span of 2 years, they reflect war's pomp and ceremony, its broad sacrifices, its sobering human toll, and our ability, or perhaps need, to still find humor and humanity. The donor, Fred Close, received a Purple Heart for his service in World War I. He helped found the Lafayette Post of the American Legion. He spent 25 years as Dutchess County Sheriff and a lifetime helping veterans. He died in 1981. The photographer also served in World War I and was a fellow founder of the Lafayette American Legion Post. Reuben Van Black was a professional photographer. He was only 50 when he died in 1940. The earlier photographs of 1917 show a wide variety of men from the cities, towns, and villages of the county getting ready to go to war. And while they may be very individualistic and ragtag in advance of heading out, by the time of the September farewell parade, they were in uniform and uniform. The parade itself featured all parts of society, including the town elders, the veterans of the Civil War, all united around a single cause to defeat the Kaiser. Women feature prominently in the care of men. Posters remind us of the young age of many who would need that care. Local Red Cross units were ready and on call. Bond drives were as much a test of loyalty and patriotism as any other means of service. You can feel the buoyant optimism and determination in the faces in the procession to the train station. And final farewells. In 1918, all of Dutchess County was very closely following the war in Europe and the impact at home. In July, 187 more men go to Europe, including Van Black. And although the end of the fighting arrives in November, much negotiating, much rebuilding remains to be done. A jubilant welcome home parade occurs in September of 1919, 2 years but many lifetimes away from the prior parade. In this never-before-published photograph, the Assistant Secretary of the Navy strides with force and confidence. In fact, of course, both the man and the nation were stepping briskly into unimaginable challenges, personal, economic, and military. And with them, those in each city, town, and village in the county. These are the stories of those men and women. Part of our work is listening. We're seeking the stories of living veterans, working with veterans organizations, deploying a mobile history van with Bard College to go out and gather stories. We're seeking online submissions of World War I memorabilia in line with state and even national efforts. Part of our work is sharing. We're partnering with the FDR Library and County Fair for exhibitions which will then travel town to town across the county. The effort involves the offices of the Dutchess County Executive and Director of the Division of Veteran Affairs, as well as local historians and historical societies across the county, who in many cases have already begun such work. By aligning with these and state and even national activities, we hope to tie all these stories together on a scale and with a degree of permanence befitting the scale of the contribution of these men and women.